as to what I said. Oh, God. That thing could pass for Brock Lesnar. A towering monster, easily a...
Hi, this is James from the Big Easy, the host of the Who Dat Temple on Twitch.tv and on iVlog, and you are watching WGS-TV. It's good!
Greetings, YouTube. You have worked going back into another episode of Double B Plays Sakura Fantasy, right here on WGS-TV. And on the last episode, Raelin had one of her dream walking moments again, and kind of had dream sex with Ethy here. How is it in a fucking dream that Raelin gets more action than I do? I hate that. Yet, I love watching it. But anyway, she convinces Ethy to give her one of her little poison dart things. And then we heard a massive quake. Which could only mean one thing, guys and gals. That a beast might be here. And it might be here ahead of time. What was that? There it was again. Ethy, do you feel that? No. Not now. It's here too early. Her eyes go wide with fear. It's coming for us. What is coming? Without warning, Ethy immediately runs away, hiding in the undergrowth. Gwen and Kira immediately rush to me. Do you feel that, Raelin? There's only one thing that could be making tremors like that. The books I read told me that an earthquake always heralds disaster outside of the walls. What is it, you two? Before they can answer, I can hear the sound of trees crashing to the earth. As I look up to the sky, I'm horrified as to what I see. Oh, God. That thing could pass for Brock Lesnar. A towering monster, easily as tall as the walls, looms above us. Unblinking eyes filled with eerie light gaze down at the village before it. Panicked villagers flee before the great beast. Fortunately, it has not seemed to have noticed us just yet. We have a moment to plan our attack before we go forward. Kira looks equally as horrified, too. It's a siege beast! This is not good. This is not good at all. This is a siege beast? Those terrifying strong monsters that Kira told me about? I didn't think they would be this big. I looked down at my weapons and realized that I'm woefully unprepared for taking on this monster. Can we even hurt it? Probably not. But the villagers are obviously unprepared for it. As we are of Kira's panty shot. It'll probably kill them all, not to mention us. If you want to be heroines, now is the time to do it. How do you kill those things at the wall? A ballista. There's a soft spot at the back of their skulls. But we don't have a ballista. What chance do we have then? If we could subdue it somehow, we could directly strike it at the soft spot. I have no idea how we're going to do that. Would my gift be enough to even scratch it? We'll have to see. Raelin, you need to stay out of this fight. You cannot handle a foe like this. While I want to stand and fight, I can see the futility of trying to take on the beast myself. Its hide looks thick enough to stave off ballista bolts. What hope does my short sword have against that? All of the villagers have gone into hiding by now, unwilling to tempt the wrath of the beast. It's just us three versus one of the biggest foes I've ever faced. I'm not liking our chances. But if we surrender now, we'll just die pointlessly. We promised the Empress that we would return with the star. So against all odds, we'll do our best. Or at least Gwen and Kira will. My gift is going to be useless against this thing. I'm cursing my far-seeing now. All it's been good for is spying on people during trivial moments. Why couldn't I have anything which would help me to kill this abomination? Fire, ice, metal, any other kind of gift at all. But it's useless to complain about it. The best thing I could do for now is to simply stay out of the way. We need a plan if we're going to kill this thing. It looks like an older beast, and maybe just strong enough to be able to knock it over. Gwen, you're going to need to blast it with everything you have. Don't worry about controlling yourself, just bring down the thunder. Once it's off balance, I should be able to knock it over. There's some soft patches of skin around the back of its head. If we can reach that, we should be able to kill it. Since we don't have a ballista, though, it's going to be tough work. I've never seen Gwen like this before. There's a steely look on her face. Sparks erupt from her fingertips as she looks up to the sky. It looks like there's a storm coming. Now that's what I want to hear. Once again, I find myself completely useless in the situation at hand. All I can do is be a helpless bystander once again. Kira charges forward, undaunted by the beast's size. Sorry. She shoulder tackles its leg, trying to cause it to fall off balance. It's enough to distract the beast from the villagers. It looks down at us with its empty white eyes, enraged at our attempt to harm it. As Gwen begins to make gestures, storm clouds begin to blanket the skies. Arcs of lightning jump from cloud to cloud, gathering at a central point. Massive bolts erupt from the dark, swirling depths, searing the flesh of the siege beast. It lets out a bellowing roar, enraged by the attack from above. Uselessly, it swipes at the clouds in an attempt to attack an unseen foe. Even though this beast is massive, it doesn't appear to be the brightest predator in the mires. Gwen doesn't relent from her lightning barrage for a single moment. More and more bolts rain down from the heavens, causing the beast to stagger. All the while, Kira continues to deliver blow after savage blow into its legs. I didn't think we had a chance before, but with Gwen striking at the beast now, the beast stumbles slightly from Gwen's and Kira's attacks. The wounds from the lightning are plainly evident, leaving messy burn marks all across its skin. Gwen's lightning has certainly wounded it, but I don't think it'll be enough to put it down for good. Gwen's lightning storm seems to be dying now. She must have reached her limit. I can't believe it's still standing. It endured a full thunderstorm and was only barely scratched by it. Kira isn't able to subdue it either. Her gift makes her strong, but not strong enough to be able to take on that monster. But I think I know what to do. I apply the vial of poison along my blade. Now I just have to time this right. As the beast takes a lumbering step forward, I leap out of the foliage. Grabbing onto its rough skin, I begin to climb up its leg. I barely manage to duck in time to avoid a swing from its massive arm. Raelin, what are you doing? Your sword isn't going to do anything against that. She doesn't know about the poison, though. Now I just have to hope that it's potent enough to be able to take this monster down. I just have to find a way to get off its leg and run away before the poison kicks in. When it does, this thing is going to collapse, and I don't want to be anywhere near it when it does. I've now managed to climb onto its back. Its attempt to clumsily reach behind its back, making wild swings at me. It seems that its back isn't as tough as the rest of it. It lets out a roar which nearly shakes me off. Clinging to its back like this is like being in the middle of an earthquake. It begins to flail wildly, trying its best to shake me off. But I refuse to let go. Every last ounce of my strength goes into hanging on. The base of the skull is the soft spot. I'm going to need all of my strength to do this. I raise my sword to bring it down. And bring it down, I manage to force the blade into its thick hide. It lets out an earth-shattering howl, enraged with my attack. All I can do is hold on for dear life as I push the sword further and further into its flesh. The only thing that is enabling me to hold on now is my blade. But I can hear metal groaning as the beast continues to flail around. To my horror, the blade snaps off at the hilt. I tumble down its back, landing face first into the mire mud beneath me. It looks down at me with its predatory eyes, enraged at my attempt to wound it. Just before it can bring down a colossal arm to smash me into oblivion, Kira slams into its leg. Run for it, Raelin! I'll distract it! Unable to ignore the woman who nearly toppled it over, the beast sweeps its arm back and it connects with Kira. The sound of shattered steel echoes throughout the battlefield. The beast sends Kira flying into the air, flinging her somewhere distant in the mires. Kira! No. Even with her gift of stone, there's no way she could shrug off a fall like that. More furious than ever, the beast begins blindly sweeping its limbs everywhere. It mindlessly tears apart everything around it. All I can do is run and hope that I'm able to avoid its wrath. Gwen's gift is spent too. We're going to bet everything we have on that venom. Gwen, just run away for now! Do you really need to tell me that? Gwen's already sprinting away. The beast claws upward huge swaths of forest as I barely manage to evade it. My luck quickly runs out as I snag my foot on a gnarled tree root. The beast is already upon me before I can pick myself up. It clenches one gargantuan fist, preparing to smash me into oblivion. I guess this is the end. Raelin, get out of the way! I can't get my foot free from the root. All I can do is look up at the beast in despair. I've said in the past now I don't believe in a creator, but I really want to believe right now. Please, just something save me. Don't let it end this way. Down goes the beast's fist. I brace myself for oblivion. And I'm gonna cliffhanger you guys here. Yeah, I know that's mean, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do. What happens to Raelin? Does the beast kill her? The only way to find out is to check out the next episode of Sakura Fantasy right here on WGS-TV. So with that being said, I'm the Wrestlegamer, Double B Billy Bujo, saying we'll see you at the next Warp Zone. But will we see Raelin? She locks her lips with mine. I learn more and more about her with every passing moment. She's an intense, passionate lover.
Main event, guys, and show WWE fans, the universe, and the creative back there that they have the capability and the ability